Yo, what is up YouTube? James back here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Today we have the Gmax Rillaboom team once again with Drifblim, a Gmax Rillaboom, a Galarian Weezing, Urshifu with the Rapid Strike style, Bisharp, and Rotom-Heat. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, highly recommend go check it out, as it was pretty doozy when we got some pretty fun combinations out. And yeah, excited to use this team. But before that, let us talk about a few announcements, as of course, as I always do in the beginning of these videos. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. It really just pushes my video forward. And if you want to help me or this video out, I'd really appreciate it. Especially if you enjoy the content, be sure to do those down below in, the comment section, as well as hit the like button. But you can also check out myself on Twitch if you want more VGC action. I do live stream on Twitch almost every single day. Twitch.tv/JamesWeezing, where I do stream some stuff where it includes VGC. It also includes some variety games, and we're doing Kid Icarus Uprising 9.0 Intensity Let's Play. I do want to stress that out because it is one of my favorite games of all time, and some of my viewers who continue to watch might remember that I used to be Kid Icarus Uprising Let's Player, and yeah, that was basically what started my channel. So it's fun that I'm finally finishing that off, and yeah, doing it live on Twitch. Make sure you go check out twitch.tv/JamesWeezing. But yeah, let's get started with today's video. So yeah, we got this team. We're going to continue using this team, and let me ask a common question for today, which is going to be, what is the average amount of hours do you get of sleep every night? Now, sleep is a very important thing, and if you're not getting enough sleep every night, I highly recommend you should start getting some more sleep, because it is very important. For me, it really just depends. It will be like somewhere between 6 to 10 hours. It really just depends on how I feel, because sometimes recently I feel like I've been more like averaging 6 to 7, but for some reason when I woke up today, it was like 10 hours, because I felt I was super exhausted. Granted, I did do like a very heavy workout the day before, so that might have been the reason why. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. We got a very interesting team though, with the Gyarados, Amoonguss, Alolan Marowak, the Indeedee, Cinderace, and the Lycanroc. So some very interesting Pokemon right here. And yeah, this should be fun, huh? Okay, there's definitely some fun elements that I could deal with here. Okay, I like the Weezing. Actually, I like Rotom a lot here. Rotom-Heat does a lot of work here, I feel like, except against the Lycanroc, which I kind of like the Rillaboom for. Yeah, I like Rillaboom plus Rotom-Heat lead. I think it gives a lot of pressure right off the bat. Bring the Weezing in the back, and I think Bisharp does really well in this matchup if I play it right. Yeah, Urshifu could do work too, but I just can't really see it as much. This is kind of a tough one, but I think I'm going to lock in with this. There's a lot of stuff that I'm very interested about, like what kind of combinations there are. Like, I do have a Weezing with my Rotom, which is really good against the Gyarados, because I can go for the Max Lightning and do a ton of damage to Gyarados. So let us see what we can do here. We can ignore the Lightning Rod on Marowak with a neutralizing gas combination. So we're going to see that Gyarados plus a Amoonguss lead actually straight off the bat, which is actually perfect for me. So I'm going to lead my Rillaboom plus the I'm going to lead my Rotom-Heat plus the Rillaboom right off the bat. You're not going to want to Spore here the Rillaboom. I kind of just want to go for the Max Lightning into the Gyarados slot as I can, because I do have that offensive pressure. I think Gyarados would be the Pokemon that wants to Dynamax in this matchup, unless maybe Cinderace in the back. And I'm going to go hard Weezing to ignore, let's say, a Marowak switching, and my opponent wants to just go for it. Like, I could see definitely the Amoonguss switching out into the Marowak. I do think that's a very viable play here. And I think this is going to go super well, because I think we should be able to live at least one Geyser from the Gyarados, assuming that there's no Life Orb. But I am decently bulky on the Rotom-Heat, so I feel like I'd at least be able to take one Max Geyser and then fire off this big hit into the Gyarados, which would be absolutely excellent. We are going to switch out my Rillaboom into the Weezing here to get rid of any abilities that are happening on the field. I don't think you would Max Quake here, and I do have the safety goggles on my Rotom-Heat to cover for a potential I do have safety goggles to cover for a potential Spore, Rage Powder redirection. So we are going to see the Gyarados Dynamax here. Let us see what that Gyarados is going to offer offensively. It might be an Airstream coming out into the Rillaboom slot. I could definitely see that, or I could see the Geyser being fired off. But we are going to see a pretty aggressive turn one, it looks like, as we will Dynamax our Rotom-Heat here. And yeah, this is not looking too bad right here. Assuming that we can live and maybe knock out the Gyarados. I'm not sure if we can knock out the Gyarados. I think it depends on the spread. Could also be depending on if it has the Assault Vest item or not, as we are going to see the Rage Powder does come out, so does want to draw away that attack here. So let us see what is going to be coming out here. It is going to be the Airstream, which is absolutely perfect. That's the ideal turn here, as Weezing going to be able to take that decently well. And yeah, we're going to be able to fire off a Max Lightning because we do have that Safety Goggles item once again. So we are going to be able to hit the Gyarados, which is Life Orb, which is actually excellent news for me, because I'll be able to get the big Max Lightning off into the Gyarados slot. And that is almost able to pick up a knockout. It doesn't pick up a knockout exactly, but hey, I'll definitely take that. So not too bad of a turn here. As yeah, that is not that bad of a turn. We will get some pretty good healing off with our Weezing with the grass, or with the Black Sludge. Yeah, that's not too bad. I can go for Max Flare here into the Amoonguss. I do have the goggles, so I'm not really too worried. Do I need Weezing for anything else right now? I don't want to like let Rotom-Heat take too much damage without like getting a knockout on the Amoonguss confirmed. Yeah, so I'm actually going to go for Max Flare, and I think I'm actually going to double up the Amoonguss slot. I think it's fine because Weezing doesn't do too much in this matchup. Yeah, other than maybe the Libero change. And I definitely think you would want to go for the Rotom-Heat and get some damage off right here. So you know what? I'm going to double up the Amoonguss slot, as we'll see what comes out here from my opponent. I think it should be Geyser. I do want to set up the Sun. Oh, Protect is going to come out. Okay. I mean, that's kind of fine too. We're going to see, yep, Geyser comes out, which means Gyarados does knock itself out due to the Life Orb recoil. I guess I could have also protected Rotom, but there was also a chance Amoonguss did go for like a Spore into the Weezing. I do take a lot of damage though with my Rotom, which is a little bit unfortunate. So Gyarados does go down to his own Life Orb hit, as Gyarados does go down. It actually did more damage than I thought, that Max Geyser. But it is an acceptable range. We will go for the Flare to reset, so this Amoonguss won't be tanking as well as it could have. Okay. So not bad. We are going to be able to get the Sun up. I do want to taunt that Amoonguss. I do want to make sure it can't go for any of the Rage Powders or the Spores potentially. Heal a little bit with the Black Sludge, as we'll see what the last Pokemon is going to be. Probably the Cinderace comes out here if you do have it. It's going to be Lycanroc though, it looks like. Yeah, that is Lycanroc. So we do get to see Lycanroc actually come out on the field, which is kind of cool. Okay. I am actually very fine with that. I'm actually going to Max Guard here, and I don't think you would Sludge Bomb here. I think you definitely either Rage Powder or you go for a Spore attempt here. I'm actually going to retreat Weezing. I'm going to go out into my my Rillaboom, because I can have Fake Out Pressure, so I can Fake Out and Overheat the Amoonguss next turn potentially. And yeah, I really like this play. Assuming there's no Rock Slide Sludge Bomb, we're actually going to see this retreat from that Amoonguss into the Cinderace. Okay. So Cinderace brought here. Okay. Max Guard going to come out. Is it Accelerock? No, just Rock Slide. Okay. Which would have knocked out the Rotom anyway at the range I'm at. Okay. So here comes a Rock Slide. Going to come out into the Rillaboom. Not doing too much. I got to figure out a way to reposition here. And I really like actually just going for... I don't know who Sash. That's the problem. I'm going to go Bisharp here. I think I'm just going to fake out the... Yeah, I'm going to fake out this Cinderace, because I think faking out Cinderace is worth it. I just don't know if the Sash is on the Lycanroc or not, because that's the one problem. I think Rock Slide would want to come out here. Yeah, I think Rock Slide. I hope it's not something like Drill Run coming out. It definitely could. No, you wouldn't Drill Run in this situation. Close Combat could be a play though, which I'm a little bit scared of, but I'm hoping it's Rock Slide. I'm hoping to get into Bisharp. Fake Out going to come out, chip away at the Cinderace, which does put it in range of the Sucker Punch. It's Accelerock coming out, so that's actually perfect. So we are going to be able to take that. And yeah, this is looking pretty good right now. I can throw off a Sucker Punch. I am Life Orb Sucker Punch. That can knock out the Cinderace right here, and I definitely like that play. And I can Grassy Glide this. I can Grassy Glide the Lycanroc, but the problem is if the Cinderace has Protect. I feel like most Cinderaces don't carry Protect anymore. They usually run 4 moves. So I'm hoping that this one doesn't. I think I'm going to bank off it right here. There could be a switch to Amoonguss for sure. I could definitely see that. Maybe my opponent thinks, oh, a double up won't KO here, which it looks like that might be the case. So Grassy Glide going to come out into the Lycanroc. It is Focus Sash. So, yeah, that's actually pretty good for us, assuming Sucker Punch KOs, which I feel like it should. It's Life Orb Adamant Sucker Punch. It misses a knockout. But you bounce instead of Pyro Ball? Oh, that is a mistake, my friend. Post Comet comes out. Okay. Which I'll definitely take. Okay. Bounce was an interesting move there. That makes this really good for me. I'm really surprised about the Pyro Ball, but I think that actually puts me in an okay spot to go Weezing here. And to go for a... I think I gotta call whether the Lycanroc... Okay, so Lycanroc doesn't get the Tough Claws, but Drill Run is still probably gonna knock me out. I have the option to trade Rillaboom here for the knockout into the Lycanroc. The question is, do you switch out, Protect, or do you go for the Drill Run if you have it? Well, actually, we saw Rock Slide, Excel Rock, Close Combat, so it might not have Drill Run. I feel like you should, though. I'm just going to Grassy Glide. I think it's safe. I'm trying to figure out... Okay, you do switch, though. It is a Amoonguss. This could be concerning. I think it comes down to, does Rillaboom actually live and attack here? Let's see. Grassy Glide comes out. Bounce does come out. Rillaboom avoids, though. That's absolutely huge. I actually don't know if that KO'd. The reason I don't know if that KO'd is since the Cinderace doesn't have Life Orb, we don't know if it's like Choice Banded or not. I feel like you wouldn't have Choice Band. Maybe it was Expert Belt, but I think that would be a stretch. I think Rillaboom would have been able to survive, but again, it comes down to items. I feel like we've been getting a bit lucky, but yeah, that's definitely something that's worth it here. Okay, cool. And we are healing up a lot of HP right now. We are healing up a lot of HP, which is great. So we're going to see the Lycanroc come out here, and I think it's 100% to play to just go for the Grassy Glide into the Lycanroc here. And I do want to taunt the Amoonguss because this prevents Amoonguss from going for Rage Powder. Let's say Lycanroc protects, Sludge Bomb crits my Rillaboom, for instance. I think this is the right play. Yeah. Battle's going to be forfeited, actually. So we are going to be able to take a win. A little bit lucky. Can't lie, a little bit lucky. I guess I should have doubled up one of the slots with a Grassy Glide plus Sucker Punch. I actually really didn't think Cinderace took the hit after the fake out damage, even with the Grassy Terrain boost. But yeah, let's check out the team that my opponent had. Life Orb on the Gyarados. We were able to avoid that with our Dynamax Rotom-Heat. We were seeing the Cobo Berry on the Amoonguss. Okay. A pretty standard. Fit Club on Marowak. With Lightning Rod. Okay. The Psychic Seed Indeedee. Expert Belt. Okay, so I really don't know my calc. I'm not sure if that KOs. That's the thing. I just don't. I don't know my calc. It would be Stab with the bounce, but I'm not exactly too sure of how it would have worked. The Focus Sash on Lycanroc. It had Howl. Oh, that's actually so cool. So if you don't know what Howl does in this generation, Howl actually got a buff in Generation 8 where it increases itself. It only used to increase the user's attack stat, but in doubles now, it actually increases the ally as well. So my opponent could lead like Lycanroc plus Gyarados. So that is actually really sick. Yeah, that's a pretty sick combination. I might have to test out Lycanroc myself. It is a Pokemon I actually have been wanting to build for a while. So yeah, that is super cool. As yeah, we'll just continue on. A little bit lucky, but you know what? That is the game sometimes. That's the game we decide to play. And yeah. Again, we don't know if that, like, all of this stuff matter too. Like, if I lived the balance, I was in a really good spot regardless. But yeah. Interesting team for the second one. We got a Maractus. We got some really fun Pokemon here today. We got Primarina, the Talonflame, combined with Maractus, Mudsdale, Urshifu, and Gengar. So I can't tell what kind of team this is. This could be hyper offensive or it could be Trick Room. I could definitely see Trick Room on the Gengar potentially. The only Pokemon that does get access to Trick Room on this team. Rillaboom's really good with Drifblim. Yeah, Rillaboom and Drifblim are super solid against this team because I get like, well, yeah, it just depends on the day, Dynamax or not. Actually no, this is fine. Yeah, Rillaboom Drifblim's okay here as a lead, I think. Yeah, I think it's a fine lead because I can double up Gengar. I have Willis Pressure for the Urshifu, which is probably the Dark Urshifu, I'm assuming, because they already have a Water type in Primarina. I like my own Urshifu because Choice Banded attack can do a ton of damage, and I really like my Bisharp or Rotom-Heat because they're both really solid. I think I like Rotom-Heat more. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rotom-Heat because of the fact that it has a better type matchup overall. This is a really interesting matchup because there's so many interesting dynamics that could come out here. So I'm very interested to see where this is going to go through because I just really like seeing these new cool Pokemon that people are taking a spin off. It's always nice to see something refreshing. Lycanroc in the first game, Maractus in the second game. But we got Talonflame and Primarina lead, okay. As I do lead my Drifblim plus my... okay, I lead my Drifblim plus my... Rillaboom. I really don't think you would Dynamax the... I just don't think you would Dynamax Primarina in this position. If you Dynamax Primarina, that's kind of awkward for you because let's say I just Dynamax and KO to Primarina. I think that would be super awkward. I'm trying to think if there's like any mid-ground play that I have. I can Tailwind here and... I feel like Fake Out is the optimal play. There's no really switching to Max Overgrow though. You know what? I'm gonna Drum Solo the Primarina. I think Fake Out is a very Fake Out. Here's the thing. An attack in the Primarina is obvious, but the same thing is with Fake Out and Talonflame. If they go for a Dynamax with Primarina and decide, hey, I'm gonna nuke the Rillaboom, that's a really bad spot for me because Rillaboom is a key matchup. Like at least I'll live any attack from Talonflame because it can't do much here. So I think it's fine to just Dynamax the Rillaboom here. There's a Dynamax coming out, so it could be Talonflame, which would be fine, I think, for my position, because I'm guaranteed to Tailwind up anyway, and I get my Policy if that's the case. We're going to see a Dynamax come out. Yep, it is the Primarina, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's an attack here, or if it's going to be something else. We will see what has to go on. The Drifblim should be faster than Primarina, even after they set up a priority Tailwind with their Talonflame. Oh, gonna go for the Quick Guard in case I faked out. Yep, that's also another potential option. I haven't seen Quick Guard as much. I thought about the potential for when I went for Fake Out, but I felt like this was safer overall. So yeah, this is gonna be really good as we're gonna get the Drum Solo off into the Primarina. Goodbye Dynamax. That's already a turn one. We get a crit. I don't think it matters. It's base power 160 first of all in grassy terrain with the stab. Yeah, I just don't think that matters. Primarina doesn't have the exact best physical defense in the world. So yeah, we take a huge advantage immediately right off the bat. We have the Tailwind up. We have our really solid position. We got Gengar coming out here, which is completely okay here. As we can go for the Shadow Ball here into the Gengar, as well as a high horsepower or a max Quake here. And I really do like that play. My opponent might try to go for Trick Room again. Honestly, I could see a forfeit right here. I really could see the forfeit right here, but Tailwind's going to come out, which is completely fine. As we're going to see the Shadow Ball going to come out into the Gengar, which is faster. Actually, maybe I should target the Talonflame with an attack from Rillaboom. But then again, I wasn't going to be able to do that much. Shadow Ball going to come out into my Drifblim. It's fine too. It actually knocks out. It's Life for Respects. Because I have a lot of special defense on my Drifblim. Yeah, I think it's Specs actually. Okay. Max Quake going to come out. knockout to the Gengar, so Gengar is eliminated from the field. And now I think we just go my Rotom-Heat here, because I can just go for a Thunderbolt into the Talonflame slot. Because a Thunderbolt and Talonflame is ideal because of the fact that most likely it doesn't carry Protect. If you run Quick Guard and Tailwind, most likely you want to have both stabs here. We're going to see the Rillaboom come out. I mean, not Rillaboom. We're going to see the Mudsdale come out from my opponent's side. And that is pretty good for us. We can go for a Thunderbolt into the Talonflame and a Max Guard. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to see Maractus here, but it wasn't exactly that ideal against my team anyway, so I could definitely understand it. I was kind of hoping that we would see it, but yeah, we will Max Guard here. I didn't even have to Max Guard realistically, but yeah, I think it's fine. We will get a Thunderbolt off into Talonflame, which does pick up a knockout, which is huge. So Talonflame does go down, and let's see what the Mudsdale went for. Rock Slide? Rock Slide? Yep. And yeah, Urshifu should be able to seal up in the back for us. Rotom-Heat takes a lot of damage. That's definitely a lot of attack on the Mudsdale for a non-stop Rock Slide. Rillaboom is Dynamaxed over, but we can go for a Grassy Glide, and I'd say Overheat here is fine. Or should I... Well, this is the last turn Tailwind. Yeah, I'm just going to Overheat and Grassy Glide. Unfortunately, it looks like the Urshifu is not going to come out this game, although it was pretty good for the late game. Battle's going to be forfeit anyway. My opponent realizes there's not really much there. That's kind of thing about, like, the hyper offensive lead my opponent went for. You have to call something right. My opponent obviously predicted the fake out into the Talonflame or maybe the Primarina, but yeah, I didn't really want to fall for that. There were so many options that I think my best case was going for the attack with the Rillaboom anyway, because of the fact that one, Talonflame can't do too much damage to Rillaboom. If it wants to go for Will-O-Wisp, I get the Tailwind off before the Will-O-Wisp. If it wants to go for Tailwind, we match Tailwinds as mentioned before. There really wasn't like so much. I felt like that was like a drawback to going for it. I think it was my safest play overall because I really didn't want the Primarina like getting a big attack off, me losing Rillaboom, and then I'm put in a really awful position right off the bat. So that's why I wanted to make that play, because here's the thing about turn 1 Dynamax. If they go for it, even if it's not probably optimal, especially since I had again the Rillaboom lead, if they KO'd the Rillaboom as I fake out the Talonflame expecting them to save the Primarina, which is a win con, I would just lose the game. So that's why I wanted to go for that. So that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. If you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, show support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the size of my channel, and more. If you would like to support me, there is my Patreon page listed down below in the description, but there are always free ways to support my channel. Of course, leaving a like is one of them, leaving a comment down below, sharing this video with friends are ways, and just by watching, it really does help me out. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you do want to try out this team alongside me, I think I forgot to mention, but there is a rental code as well as a pay spin of the team down below in the description. Now, better hurry about getting that rental code. You will have 2 weeks. Normally, what I do on the channel, the last rental code that I had was actually made by a viewer, so it wasn't technically mine, but it had the exact same spreads and all, so that's the one I shared because it was already made. But the one for this one made by myself, it's going to be lasting probably around 2 weeks. So if you do want to try this team, you have 2 weeks until this team is over to grab that rental code, so make sure you grab it while you can. It is in the description down below. And yeah, you can check out me on Twitch once again. I do live stream VGC and a bunch of other variety games. Make sure you go check it out, twitch.tv/JamesWBaek for more information, as well as you can check out my community Discord, where if you want to interact with me and an awesome community, I highly recommend go checking it out. We help team build, a bunch of other stuff, lots of great stuff there. Make sure you go check it out in the description down below. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.